Hello and welcome to a new edition of True Audio Files. My name is Jim Carter. First we'll start off with the purchases I had this week. There wasn't a whole lot new that came out this week, but there's some interesting titles that nonetheless. This is The Real McCoy by McCoy Tyner and Joe Henderson, Ron Carter, and Elvin Jones. It's basically part of the new Blue Note Classic Vinyl series, which I think is kind of, I'm assuming, is replacing their 80th anniversary series. Supposedly all cut from the Analog Master tapes by Kevin Gray. And then they're pressed at Optimal in Germany, which is cool because they're one of the ones that I've had the fewest amount of issues with when it comes to pressing. They usually do a pretty good job. So, you know, a little bit cheaper than the Tone Poet series. It doesn't have quite the jacket quality as the Tone Poets, but still very good nonetheless. Also, Hatebreed, this is a special edition, special color, and then Becoming soundtrack by, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, but Kamasi Washington, a jazz artist who I really enjoy. I have heard this already, and it's a little bit light jazzy, which is not quite what I like, but I'm a big fan of his, so I bought it anyways. And it's on gold-colored vinyl, too, so hey, I'm a sucker for gold vinyl, so this week, what I would really like to focus on, because I've seen a lot of comments both on YouTube channels and on social media groups about buying from big box retailers. And when I say big box retailers, I'm basically lumping people like Best Buy, Target, Walmart, and Amazon in with that group. And most of the chatter has been about Walmart over the past couple of weeks, because a couple of weeks ago they ran a big, early Black Friday special where all their vinyl was $15, no matter what vinyl it was, even if it was a 2 LP set, even if it was normally $35, $40, it was $15. And a lot of people were posting pictures of their finds and their buys and what a great deal they got. And some of the stuff was also Walmart exclusive colors and things on that nature. So kind of wanted to talk about that a little bit, because there's definitely been some shaming out there for people who want to have everybody buy from their local mom and pop record store, independent record store. So I wanted to kind of comment on that a little bit, because here's my take. The first thing is, a lot of people nowadays, unfortunately, don't necessarily have a local mom and pop record store, an independent record store that they can go to. So Walmart is one of the few places besides like an Amazon or the artist's website or whatnot to get vinyl from. So that is one of the issues. The other issue being the locals don't always necessarily have what you're looking for. I can tell you that my local record store, I'm not going to name it, but you probably already know who it is, but because I'm going to have some negative things about them on this one, is they don't always have what I want in stock. And there are a lot of cases where I will pre-order something either from the band's website, which is sort of preferable in the sense of giving the money directly to the artist and the label, or I will order it from Amazon because I can get a better price on it. I try to give my independent record store every shot I can to get my business, and they do get a lot of my business. These three were all purchased at my local store. So I will almost always, every week, buy at least an album or two at my local record store. There's very rarely a week where I don't. So I do encourage doing that. I also encourage buying from the artists, whether it's their own website or Bandcamp or their label's site. But the thing to keep in mind is a couple things. Is I get why people buy from Amazon or buy from a Walmart. And it's usually because of price, number one. Also because places like the Target and Walmart and places like that have exclusives. And when they have exclusives, if it's an album I really like, I will typically still buy the exclusive and the regular version of it at my independent record store if they've got it. But, as I think if you watched my video from last week, that's actually a prime example. I bought the White Stripes Greatest Hits at my Target because it was a Target exclusive. It had a slip mat in it. But also my local store didn't have it in stock yet. They got it in this week, but they didn't have it when I went to buy it. So they were my first go-to to buy it, but since they didn't have it in stock, I went to Target and got it. So my take is this overall is if you can give as much as you can to your local independent record store, if you have one, please do so. If you can maybe buy stuff from the band's website, do so, although I've had some kind of miserable experiences buying from band websites. Their turnaround time on shipping is usually not that great, but if you can, do that. Go to Bandcamp, buy the stuff there, and support your independent record store though whenever you can, because if you don't, they're not going to be around anymore. So but the one other thing I'd like to bring up on that topic is if they sell used music as well, used records, and they have a large collection of used in comparison to new especially, I wouldn't be opposed to you just concentrating your purchases at those stores for used vinyl and get maybe your new vinyl other places. Because here's the drawback for the independent record stores out there on new vinyl. If you have an issue with it, which happens because it's vinyl, it's not perfect like I've mentioned many times before, and you want to exchange it, most of them will exchange it for you. Problem is they will not get credit back from where they bought it from on the defective unit. So they kind of eat the cost of that. So they'll tend to lose money on a new purchase if it's a defective unit that you got. And, Amazon, places like that can tend to eat the cost a little easier. So I have less of a guilt if I have a defective product that Amazon will allow me to exchange. And they also have a great exchange policy as well. So, if I can't get it from my local store, I will try to get it from Amazon, because I know if I have an issue with it, it'll be an easy exchange, assuming that it's in stock, and I'll do it that way. So support your independent record store, primarily in the used category. I would definitely focus your attention on used. If you ever buy used, and you buy used, which you should, because that's the better value, and sometimes the better sounding records too, buy them from your local independents. Try to avoid getting them from Discogs and eBay and things like that. Buy from your independent local stores, because you want to support them so they're around, so you'll have them when you want to buy stuff from them. So that's my take. I'd love to hear what your input is on that. I really think that the big box retailers have their place. They don't have a large selection of stuff. If they have an exclusive title occasionally, it's kind of fun to get that. But don't forget your independent record stores. If you have a local one or two, please try to support them as much as you can, so they're going to still be around for the next several years, and hopefully for as long as you need them. So want to hear your take? Please leave your comments down in the comment section. I want to know what your thoughts are about buying from big box retailers. If you liked what you saw here, please like the video. If you want to continue seeing things that I do for videos on this channel, please subscribe to it. And if you want to know when my new videos come out, please hit that alert button. So that's my video for the week. It's a relatively short one, but thank you very much, and you have a great day.